Welcome to the Felt Dyslexic Artist Interview. My name is Liz Buckeridge. I am a dyslexic artist. This past year, I've interviewed 52 artists and creatives. I've been inspired by each and every one of them. I'm writing a book or two that will include insights I've gained about their process from inspiration to art tips, career building, and more. This week is the last of this interview series, and I'm turning the questions about life as an artist onto myself. The questions will be read by my other half, Brad, who wishes to be left on the other side of the camera.
So describe the art you make. What medium do you primarily work in, and why did you choose that medium?
Well, the art I make right now is sort of a folk art style, and it's markers and pastels on watercolor paper. And um, yeah, I guess that's the art I make right now. I'm heading into, well, I guess it's another question, but I'm heading into making art using tissue paper. So, but I'll explain more later.
Do you work in any other medium?
Yeah. I work in all kinds of mediums, and I have worked in all kinds of mediums. I've worked in bronze, I've worked in oil paint, charcoal, life drawing with pencil and charcoal. Um, I don't really like watercolor that much, but I mean, I think it's just hard. I'll have to tackle that someday. I I think I've worked in almost every medium. I like linoleum prints, maybe not wood block. I haven't done wood block as much, but yeah, pretty. I'll tackle any medium you hand me.
How did you get into making art? Can you tell us about your background and how you first became interested in art?
So I first became interested in art when I was like 4 or 5 because my parents wanted to figure figure out a way for me to deal with ADHD. And oh, it's my dog. It's Lila. Uh-uh. So they had me start in art classes when I was really little, so I could like find something to focus on. That's how I first became interested in art. I think my first art teacher was Mrs. Lancelotta. I think that's what her name was, down on Demons Point Road in Marshfield.
How did you get into your specific style? What themes or subjects inspire your work?
So my style right now is from photographs, and it just happens to be like whatever my blog post is on this every week. I've been writing a blog post. So I just find a photo that kind of goes with the blog post and then draw it and then kind of color it in with markers and pastel. But the themes are like people typically, but I mean sometimes it's still life. It just depends on the project.
Do you consider yourself neurodivergent or neurotypical?
I am neurodivergent, dyslexic. I have like all the dyslexic things that come along with dyslexia. So I guess it's like a double deficit dyslexia. And yeah,
Have you faced any challenges or setbacks in your art career? How did you overcome them?
I yeah, I think I have a setback like daily. It's like just getting to it, do the work. Um, so it's like, I have like a lot of resistance to doing what I love to do. I don't really know why, but I don't know, sitting still maybe is the thing that is my biggest thing to overcome, like sitting still and like putting my head down and doing the work. So I think that like just starting is how I overcome that every day. I just have to like do it. Just start. And then, yeah.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Marshfield, Mass. Um, yep, my whole childhood. And Plymouth and Cuttyhunk. And yeah, that's where I grew up. South Shore, Boston.
Did you do art when you were a kid?
I did. I started when I was like 4 or 5, and then I just never stopped. I just have always been in art class. My next teacher was Mr. Robinson, and then Mr. Bozanowski in high school, and Mr. Michaud in high school, and then I did a 2 year art school. I don't remember anybody's name. And yeah, like I've just always like done some sort of class or art on my own.
Do you have a favorite colorway for your art? And is the colorway of your art different or the same as the colors in your house?
I well, I'm kind of obsessed with color. And so the colorway for my art can be the same as the art in my house, or it could be what I see. So sometimes it's just I don't do a lot of landscape, but if I do landscape, I like to draw or paint what I see. And so that wouldn't necessarily be what's in my house. Um, but I spend a whole lot of time thinking about color. And I think that like the colors in my house are more like a autumn kind of colorway. So like jewel tones and dark, rich colors. But that's not always what I paint or draw.
Describe the space where you make your art. Where are we?
We are in our office studio. This is where I this is where I work. Um, I just have like a wooden round table. I typically work pretty small. Well, right now I do. Um, yeah, so I don't really need a ton of space. I like small spaces. So anyway, yeah, this is it.
How did your school system support your interest in art growing up?
Um, I would say Marshfield was pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I got a lot out of my art classes. Um, and I bet you it probably still is good with art classes there in Marshfield, but they were great. We had like photography. We had a lot of photography there. I would like develop my own film and um we had like anything that you would want to do, we had. And and then my parents always found teachers for me. So, but the school system itself was great, and I think that that was pivotal in me continuing with art too, because it was like the one place that I felt supported.
How do you see your work evolving and changing in the future? What do you have planned?
So next I'm going to do a series of videos which of making my art, like little 10-minute videos of like kind of like meditation and art in one. Like I'm kind of gonna do um like making art that doesn't have to be good. It's just being in the moment, like doing, starting, like a warm up art. So that's what I have planned right now. And then I don't know what I want to do after that, but I haven't ever worked in the medium of video. Well, I mean, I'm doing it now, but I mean like with art. Um, yeah, so I think I'm gonna do a series with tissue paper. So that like I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Is making art an emotional process or strategic?
Yeah, so it's both. For me, it's both. It's probably more strategic for me. Not that it's necessarily detail, but I like to have a plan, and I have done some abstract art, which feels a little more um, in the moment and emotional, but um, I I'm more of like I want to think it out, plan it, and it doesn't necessarily even have to come out great. Um I know that solving problems is more of like an unconscious type of thing. So um yeah, I guess it's like both. I like to like create a problem to solve and then be emotional in solving the problem by just like being present in making. So both, yeah.
Can you walk us through your creative process from idea to finished piece?
Well, right now with the marker and pastels from photos, I draw it from the photo and then color it in. And it's just kind of like that easy. Um, and then yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now.
How do you combine the art you make and the art you sell?
So I created this website that called Felt Dyslexic, and I'm gonna put my art up on that as prints, I think, not so much originals. And I think that that's how I'm gonna sell my art. I don't know if I really want to sell originals right now. I don't know. I just because the like pastels are kind of messy, and so I think the prints are gonna be fun. Um, yeah, so we'll see. I mean, if I go back to oil paint or acrylic, then I would sell with like the Newport Artist Collective type, having them. I could like show my piece through like one of their salon series at the Brenton Hotel. But as of right now, I'm just kind of gonna sell through my website.
And so how do people find your art to purchase?
So it's just through feltdyslexic.com. And yeah,
We'll put that information in the show notes. Can you share a recent project or piece of work that you are particularly happy about?
I just think that this whole website that we've done over the past year, I'm happy about it. I just think that it brings purpose to my art and my life, I guess, with like sharing information about dyslexia and artists, and I love connecting people with other artists, and yeah, so I'm happy about this project.
Can you share a recent project or piece of work that you're particularly happy about?
That wait, wasn't that that
Uh,
last question?
it was.
Yeah.
How do you stay motivated as an artist?
Um, I I don't know if I do. I just like get to work. I just make myself work, get started on something every day. Like there's so much of the time I don't feel like um I'm a massage therapist too, so when I get home, I'm like, oh, I just want to sit around and chill out, and I make myself draw or write or do something that's pushing me forward with my website. So I don't know if it's like motivation really. It's just like a promise I made to myself to do the work.
Are there any artists or creatives who have influenced or inspired your work?
Yeah, like all of them. I think that every artist and creative that I talk to um, influences me. And inspires me. I just can't get enough of talking with artists and creatives. They're just awesome. And as far as like famous people, I would say George O'Keeffe, MC Escher, um, like all the expressionists, impressionists, Morandi, Canaletto. I mean, I guess it just Picasso kind of goes on and on and on. Yeah.
What advice would you give to an aspiring artist looking to pursue a career in the arts?
Yeah, so I would say do the work, like do something every day, and surround yourself with other artists that, I don't know, like speak the same language. It's just kind of nice to have people around that understand and you can connect with on that the level of like doing the work and um yeah, being an artist. It's like not always like fun to get started. It's like kind of hard to get into your studio and do it. But yeah, so I guess that's what I would say is to do something every day.
What is your favorite book, movie, song, or podcast?
Ooh, I came prepared. Okay, so I have had a list of my favorite movies. It hasn't really changed in like a long time, 20 years maybe or more. So my number one favorite movie is Amelie, and then Princess Bride, Funny Face, Dogma, Orlando is a movie with Tilda Swinton in it, and a my favorite Christmas movie is Family Man. I watch it every Christmas, even if it's just by myself, because nobody will watch it with me. I love it. Um, my favorite books, I'm just gonna kind of like give the type of book, um, because there's so many in each category, but like art books, science books, ethics books, philosophy books, business books, and books about dyslexia. But mostly what I want to say is that like I listen to the books on Audible, and but I also have the paper copy too, so I can like reference it. And then my songs, I love like soul, blues, and jazz and rock. So like Nina Simone and Dave Brubeck, and then like all rock and roll or soft rock from 60s, 70s, 80s, like John Prine, Lyle Lovett. Um, I don't know, this I don't know. I always have music on. I like music without words a lot though, too. If I'm writing, like I can't have words singing. Just like the music part. And podcasts, I like Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson, The Great Indoors with Sophie Robinson and Kate Watson Smythe. And then there's a entrepreneur podcast with Fiona Humberstone and Liz something. Um, and I forgot to write that one down, but it's really good and it's called Style and Substance. Yeah, those are my favorites.
What book, movie, song, or podcast do you recommend over and over that might be different than your favorites?
Hmm. Um, I think that, I mean, I did mention this, but like, um, Emily Post's Book of Etiquette is one of my favorite books, probably because I have so much to learn, about just being a good human. And I think that that's a good place to start.
What do you want to talk about that I didn't ask?
Um, I don't know. We kind of covered everything. I tried to think about something else that I would want to talk about, but I don't know. I guess just like connecting with the artist community seems to be. Um, I made a promise to myself at the beginning of this year that I would join as many groups, women's groups, as that came my way, and I have. I'm like in 7 groups right now, and I love them all. And I just think that the connection with other people, if it's on Zoom or in person, um, is it's just huge. So yeah, just connect, reach out to someone today. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Well, thank you. And thank you so much for hanging out with me in my studio today. Much love. Yay!